Hello, my beautiful friends. Seidel Schultz here, vocal intuitive and light-filled astrologer, and I'm so excited to continue this Chiron series. So let's talk about Chiron in the 10th house. So when I look at a natal chart, when I look at someone's natal chart and I read their natal chart, I'm actually listening to the planets and listening to what they have to say. Of course, I need to know about astrology and all of those things, so I do have a certification. But I really am listening to what your planets are saying to you personally because there are so many there's so much intricacy in it and how the planets are aspecting with each other. So as I was just listening to each one of the planets and how what they say and what they're saying to us in general, as I listened to Chiron, I heard Jesus, which makes so much sense because what is Chiron? Chiron is the wounded healer. And what is Jesus? Jesus is the greatest healer. So when we look at Chiron on our chart, we are seeing exactly where we can implement and have this personal relationship with Jesus in our life and where we can experience our greatest healing with him, because this is where our greatest and our deepest wounding is. And that makes so much sense. Like I can see it so very clearly in my chart where my Chiron is at. So if you are new to astrology and you're not sure where your Chiron is or what a Chiron is, go ahead and go to astro-charts.com and you can put in your birth information and it will show you a picture of the chart. When you are looking at the planets, you're looking for the one that kind of looks like a key, which is perfect because like the key to your healing, right, is right there. So you're looking for the key image. You can also look down, scroll down the page and you'll see Chiron and it will tell you what sign it's in, and that will help you locate it. So when we look at Chiron and Jesus being Chiron, right? We're looking at two different things at your chart. One, the area of your life that Chiron is in. So this will be the house. And two, the sign that Chiron is in, because this is what Jesus is bringing to that house. So I want to do a quick rundown of what the house is, and then I'm going to do also share a little bit for each one of the signs. So let's jump in. The 10th house is all about business and it's all about the public eye. So, how people perceive you from afar. So, this isn't like a personal relationship that you have with someone. This is maybe like as you're watching someone online, how you experience them, or how you experience them in a business setting. So, it's going to be more of like the public face of this person. So, ouchie, having Chiron in your public face, like how you experience public face. And I want to say this a couple of different ways because you can see it like um obviously if you're like Chiron in the public face, like people are going to see my wounding and it's going to be very obvious that my wounding is this. But I do know someone with Chiron in the 10th house who is viewed very highly, but whose wounding has been in business, and they have experienced like a seriously, I would say one of their deepest wounding in business, in the business, in the workspace, I should say. And so this, you can experience it this way if your Chiron is there. So it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody is seeing your wounding, but that you've experienced it in the public or you've experienced it in this business space. Okay, so let's jump in. So Jesus is bringing you healing. This is where we get to have a personal relationship. So if you have Chiron in Aries, what Jesus is bringing you is this ability to be passionate and to be direct and to move bodies. I love Aries for the fact that it's like a blowtorch, but not in a bad way. It's like a blowtorch that moves bodies in a way that brings them passion. It's like when you feel so passionate about something, you can't help but move. Like all of a sudden, you're finding yourself doing the thing and you can't stop yourself. That's what I'm talking about. And it will bring that to other people as well. So this is one of the things that I really love about Chiron, right? Being the wounded healer, is that you have your wounding, but then you can also offer healing in this space. Not necessarily that you have to be a business coach of some type or anything like that, but being in this space and being healed in this space and having Jesus healed you in the space, you now can offer that for others as well. Like being in the space where, say, you are going to work, or you are a business owner and you are living your life, doing your thing as a business owner, and you encounter other people just by being you, you offer this space of healing for other people. Uh, and so this is what Jesus brings to Aries, this ability to be confidently passionate and confidently bold. And that is like a key distinction right there, is confident. And the correct form of confidence, because you can be bold and be an ego, and you can be passionate and be 100% in ego. But if you're confident, like confident in your boldness, you're confident in what you're saying, and you're confident in your passion, like being passionate, confident, passionate. Does that make sense? Okay, I think that's making sense. But like, I'm not necessarily being confident about your passion, but having the combination of the two. Okay, I hope that's making sense. All right, the next one is Taurus. Taurus is fantastic. Taurus is such an abundant energy, but I want to say it this way. As I am listening to Taurus and Chiron in Taurus, and what it has to say to us, one of the things that I see is this a door to be a little bit dramatic, and have an abundance of dramatic drama in the business space, in the business world. And when I see Taurus, I see a tree. Like, that's the visual I see. A tree is so abundant. It has an abundance of leaves. It has the roots below. It has an abundance of bark. Like, it's just the most beautiful representation of abundance. But it's a calm, grounded abundance. Like, you don't see, the tree itself doesn't move, but the leaves will blow in the wind. And that is Taurus sitting in its natural energy, is this ability to stand firm with the wind and the waves going around it, and create this beautiful abundance in there. So this is what Jesus brings to the space, is this beautiful, calm abundance. And this energy of calm, and this energy of like sturdy, almost like rock kind of energy. Um, and in that, that's when you will experience abundance. So if you're not experiencing, if you're experiencing, let me see if I can say, this is just of how it feels. So let me see if I can explain it this way. You can experience abundance in business with Chiron, and kind of have this up and down cycle with it. It almost feels similar to like if you have Jupiter and Chiron conjunct each other, where it's like explode, and then it pulls it back and is like, nope, got to do it right way. Explode, nope, got to do it the right way. It's similar to that. So if you're experiencing that kind of cycle in business, like explosion and then like crumbling of everything, and then explosion and then crumbling of everything, it's because your abundance is not grounded. It's more of a dramatic abundance. And so what you do is you come to Jesus, and you're looking specifically for your groundedness in your business, in your work, in your public life. And when you seek that, and you experience a groundedness there, then you will experience abundance, and you will experience it in a way that is maintainable. That was beautiful. Okay. All right, next, let's listen to Gemini. So Chiron and Gemini. One of the things, Chiron, or one of the things that Gemini is really known for, is like this two-facedness, and like switching ideas, and like, well, I agree with you, I agree with you. I didn't really love that. Like, I'm a Gemini sun, so I super didn't love that when they were like, well, Gemini is two-faced. I'm like, no, I'm not. I can just see both sides of the story, right? And this like switching, and it almost feels like Gemini in the 10th house, it's like switching jobs a lot, or switching careers, switching businesses, not sure what you want to do, because you see all these different options. And so when Jesus comes into this space of healing your public life, healing your business, it's like bringing bridging the gap between heaven and earth, and bridging the gap between this option and this option. And then you sit in the middle and you know exactly what is right for you, and you have fun doing it. And that feels amazing for Gemini, is to be able to bridge this gap and to know what's right for you and what's right for your path, and to be able to show up in that kind of way, not just in business but in online as well, so that you're coming, I'm going to say coming across, but you're presenting yourself in a way that is intellectual, because Gemini is very intellectual, that is intellectual and stable. So, what is Jesus bringing to you? Stability. That is incredible. Okay, next sign. So, our next sign that we're going to talk about is Cancer. So, Cancer in the 10th house. Cancer in the 10th house, and this public, oh man, sometimes Cancer in the 10th house can feel hard, because Cancer can sometimes lack boundaries, and especially with Chiron being in there, like this wounding with boundaries, this wounding with how, like, what, especially when I listen to Chiron in the 10th house. This isn't necessarily every sign, right? But when I listen to it, there, it's like nurturing feels like such a personal thing. Nourishment feels like such a personal thing, like an at-home thing, like a one-on-one kind of thing. And now you want me to do this publicly, where I could be ridiculed and um just like condemned for like, why would I want to do this? Like, why would I want to bring, and it's almost like this is the other thing I hear, why would I want to bring my wounding out into the public? And it's not necessarily that you're bringing your wounding into the public. It's bringing your understanding and your compassion and your love into the public. So you're bringing your love to the public. So what is Jesus helping you do? He's helping you bring love to the public. And what does love do? Love brings nourishment. Love brings nurturing. And so as you develop a deeper relationship with him, as you heal your wounding and bring your wounding to him and ask for help, and I say bring your wounding to him, but even as you're like, okay, I need help with this, like he will run to you. I think it was in the last video I did, like dun 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 dun. Like that is what you'll experience with Jesus in the 10th house. Any house that any house that Jesus is in, any area of your life that Chiron is sitting in your natal chart, he will run to you. He wants to run to you. Anything. He wants to help you with anything. He wants to help you with everything. So, Chiron in Cancer, he is wanting you to nourish. He's wanting you to experience nourishment from your business or from your place of work, which is possible. It is absolutely possible. Okay, next sign is Leo. When I noticed Leo, one of the things that I noticed was, as I'm just listening to it, one of the things that really stands out to me, because Leos can be like dramatic. I mean, that is a fire sign and it is very attractive. So sometimes what can happen with Leo is it's just like, sometimes a Leo can be a little bit expressive of the things that they don't really want to say instead of the things that they actually want to say. And so, what Jesus helps a Leo do in the 10th house is be publicly expressive, and be expressive in their business, be public, or be expressive in the public eye, and doing it in such a way that is so beautiful, because they're being true to themselves and they're really saying what they want to say, and they're saying what's true to them. When a Leo does this, so I'm saying wherever your Leo is sitting, whenever a Leo does this, it is so attractive and people will come to you in hordes. So how do you want to experience like this healing in your business? You want to experience abundance in your business. For those that have Chiron in the 10th house in Leo, Like you bring Jesus into your business. And you're like, okay, let's do this. You bring Jesus into the workplace. And I'm not necessarily saying that you talk about Jesus. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you bring it into your personal workspace and you're like, okay, Jesus, like this thing is happening. What do I do about it? And how do I have this communication? And what is it that I'm really wanting to say? And how can I say it in a way that is, that honors me and honors someone else. Like these are the kinds of conversations that you can have with Jesus. And I just want to like, oh my gosh, going through all these signs, I'm like, I just wish I had Chiron. Would be a really bad wish, but I wish I had Chiron in every house with every sign because every sign in every house sounds so amazing. So I want to pause for just a second and say, if you're watching this video and Chiron is not in this house, go ahead and watch. I have a whole series, a Chiron series going on. I have a playlist on my YouTube where you can go and check that out. So check out these signs, but also watching all the videos is so helpful because it gives us the little information about each one of the signs. Okay. At least I feel like I have received insight as I've done each one of these videos and really listened to Chiron in these signs. Okay, let's next go to Virgo. Holy Virgo. Okay, I have a stellium in Virgo, so I totally understand all the Virgo energy and all of the judgment and all of the perfectionism that can come with Virgos. And I just want to say, I get it. And so does Jesus. And so, what Jesus really brings to you with Virgo in the 10th house is this ability to see, oh, it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful because, one of the shadow sides that a Virgo will show up in is judgment and perfectionism, right? But one of the light sides that Virgo will show up in is this oracle, just like speaking from heaven, speaking heaven's words. And one of the things that I really love about this, when you look at it in conjunction with each other, is what happens when we're in judgment. What happens when we're in this perfectionist ideal is that we're not connected to the big picture. But the moment we step into our oracleness, that is the moment we step into the big picture and we can see things as they are and as they ought to be, and the balance between the two. And that's what really helps you step out of, like this Virgo, step out of the perfectionism, step out of the judgment, and step into the space of being able to be present where you're at and progress. That is incredible. I just want to say, mic drop to that. Like, I want you to know, I'm just listening. I'm just listening to the planets, and this is so incredible to listen. Or I'm just listening to Chiron, but I'm listening to what Chiron is saying in each sign, and it's just so beautiful. Okay, let's talk about Libra. Um, Libra next. Libra is a peacemaker. Libra is so chill. Libra is so chill, but not chill in a space where, because you can have chill in a way that's detrimental, and you can have chill in a way that is super helpful. Like Libra can either avoid or Libra can be a peacemaker. And when you're taking something, when you're a peacemaker, that means that you're going in and you're seeing all of the chaos and you're creating order. So it doesn't mean that you avoid the chaos. It doesn't mean you avoid confrontation. I'm saying healthy. It means that you're stepping into this place of making peace. So you have the chaos, you're making peace in that area. And so Jesus gives you the ability, and really it feels like the courage to step into this place of being healthy, chill, and being a peacemaker, being a maker of peace, and stepping in and being like, okay, this is what we're going to do to get to that place. And so how does this show up in business? How does this show up in the public eye? Like, what kind of things are you posting online? How is Jesus showing up and helping you create some peace online without this avoidant energy? How is he helping you create peace in your workspace? Whether that's in your own business or that's at, as an employee of someone, how is he helping you bring that in there? And so you can ask them, okay, there is this chaos, and even giving you the courage to address the chaos. Okay, I want to look at it. Okay, I'm ready to look at it. Like, let's look at it together. I see him holding hands with this person and like really going forward, and that's beautiful. That feels really beautiful to do that. Like, I'm going to take him by the hand and we're going to walk through the forest together. And that's really how I experience Libra, is like this forest and going through the forest to get to the other side. Like, you just can't go around. You have to go through, and the journey through is absolutely incredible, and it's breathtaking. And it can be so peaceful as you listen to all the birds. This is like, a little parable, little analogy, so to speak, of walking through that. And this is what he brings to that workspace. Okay, Scorpio. Oh my gosh. You know what I just heard as I listened to Scorpio? It's patience. Wait for it. Wait for it. And now. And that is what I'm hearing with Jesus um in the 10th house in Scorpio. This wounding is like, wait for it, wait for the right time. And then you know when the time is to say something, you know when the time is to do something. And one of the things that I really love about Scorpio energy is it moves. Man, it's a waterfall, and it like really moves people's insides. And what happens when people's insides move? Their outsides move, and they move as a whole soul. This is like soul moving, right? Our soul is our heart, our mind, our body, and our spirit. And so Scorpio can create this soul moving movement. And that is absolutely incredible. And that is what Jesus brings. So Jesus comes in and he offers you patience, and he offers this perspective that you're needing. Like, because I think as I listen to Scorpio, and I really see it more clear, like see clearly the cave that it is, and see clearly the waterfall that it is, like creating that massive movement on the inside of us. It's almost as if going into the cave allows you the ability to see things more clearly, because you're getting quiet within yourself, and you're seeing the big picture. One of the images I'm seeing right now is like how Native Americans would go into a tent and they would do they'd like create a sauna, and then they'd have visions. It's like that, like going into the cave to have a vision and then coming out. And then you're just like, bam, and then going back in and getting the vision. And that's where the patience comes in, is like, is it time now? And I'm going to share my vision, and I'm going to create all this movement, because Scorpios can create movement. They create a lot of movement. Like that waterfall energy is so much movement. And so we're asking Jesus, is it time? What is it that I need to see? What is it that I need to see? I really love that. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is fantastic because Sagittarius is a head heart connection. It is a very mental sign, but one of the things that I love about Sagittarius, and I really say, and I stick to it, is one of the reasons Sagittarius is so lucky. When a Sagittarius is in alignment, Sagittarius has got the head heart connection, and there is no faster manifestation than having our head and our heart aligned, right? Because our heart provides the trajectory, and then our mind provides the way to get there. And so when a Sagittarius has this heart mind connection in that space, they can create massive movement. So what are you looking for, Sagittarius? Chiron and Sagittarius in that 10th house is like, Jesus, help me have that heart mind connection. What is it that needs healing? Is it your heart that needs healing? Is it the beliefs that you're having about what's going on in your business? Is it the beliefs that you're having about what's going on in the public? Is that what's needing healing? Or is it your mind? that is needing healing. And so that's where these are the questions that you can ask, because as soon as you get that, create that alignment, then you create absolute magic. I'm thinking of this fantastic book. It's called Get Rich Lucky Be. So good. It's so good. And one of the things that she talked about in the book is like, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky. I just keep winning. Like all I do is win, 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 right? And it's the same kind of energy. Why? Because you've got that head heart alignment. Like you know where you're going and you're going to get there. It's that arrow, which is the sign for Sagittarius, that arrow energy that's taking you straight there. And when you do that, you naturally provide a way for other people because you become an inspiration for others. And then they're like, I want to follow that arrow, which is super cool. So that's you, Sagittarius. Okay, Capricorn. Capricorn, I got an itchy nose today. Capricorn can kind of get a bad rap for being a little exacting. They could get a bad rap for being a little bit judgmental and a little bit hardcore. But when we take it, and so Capricorn in the 10th house with Chiron in the 10th house in Capricorn can feel a little bit hard. I mean, what sign can't, right? But with Capricorn sitting in, or Chiron sitting in this Capricorn energy, what Jesus is saying to you is, I just want you to have success. Not success coming from this place of like, this is what I have to do, or this is what I should do, or in order for me to have success in my business, this is how it has to look, or in order for me to have success in the public eye, this is how it has to look. Like he comes in and he's the one that gives you the parameters. And I just want to be like, boom, he gives you the parameters. He's the one that says, and this is how you do it. And let me provide the healing from, and it specifically, oh my gosh, this is what I just heard. It's so beautiful. It's specifically the healing from the judgments. It's healing from the shoulds. I want to cry right now, like healing from the shoulds. What a blessing. What a freedom for those that have Chiron in the 10th house. Like, what should I do? What should I look like? How should I be showing up in business? How should I be showing up in public? And Jesus is like, let me tell you. Let me tell you what's right for you. Oh my gosh. That is just like so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius. Aquarius is this incredible Aquarius is this incredibly unique energy, and they're just so direct. Like they're just like, I'm just gonna be me. I'm just gonna show up. And sometimes people are like, Aquarius is a little bit weird, right? But it's just because they are like, I'm just gonna be all of me. I'm just gonna let that be seen. So I'm thinking, oh dear, here we have Chiron in Aquarius in the 10th house. So all of it, like we're just showing up and seeing all of this woundedness in the public, seeing this woundedness in business. And here's the other thing about Aquarius is that Aquarius impacts groups of people, because Aquarius, the visual that I see with Aquarius is this, it's a jet. And what does jet do? Jet takes a bunch of people places. So Aquarius has this really easy energy to impact a lot of people. Libra's a little quieter, right? Cancer's a little bit quieter. Not that these people can't impact a lot of people, because they can, absolutely can. But Aquarius is like, I was born for this. I was born to be a pilot and take hordes of people places all the time, right? And so we have this great impact on energy. And so this is what I'm seeing as Jesus coming in. He's like, okay, how about we fly a plane together? I'll be the pilot, you be the co-pilot. Like, we're going to tell you the trajectory. You can be like, all right, and is even like, um, I don't know, this is just what I heard. Like he's like, you could even be like, you could be the pilot. Just check in with me and be like, okay, do we need course correction? Okay, where to now? Where are we going to now? And it's like, do you hear that excitement? Like, where do we go now? And now what? Okay, and how do we correct this course? Okay, there's a storm coming up, and it's like this excited energy to get where you're going, and an excited energy of the journey. And a jet is fast, like a jet just gets there. And so without like ping ponging all these different places, or making it like you don't also not like sometimes flying directly through the storm isn't the best of ideas. And so we can be like, all right, Jesus, do we need a course correction? And so really having him come in and help you get clear on where you're going and how you get there. I love that. That feels very helpful. Okay, Pisces. Pisces. Pisces is so beautiful. I know that a lot of people struggle with Pisces because Pisces can feel so emotional. People will either be overwhelmed by their emotions, or they don't want to connect to them at all because of this. And you can see how, in both scenarios, that would not be helpful to show up as your authentic, powerful self, to have Pisces like really showing up in either space, either too emotional or not emotional. Because if a Pisces is showing up not emotional, then they're not having a heart connection with anyone. And if a Pisces is not having a heart connection with people, then they're not creating the impact that they're wanting to create, right? And so here you have Pisces, Pisces, Chiron and Pisces in the 10th house. So either showing up too emotional publicly, or showing up not emotional at all publicly. And there's absolutely a disconnect to heaven in the space. Pisces is like the lightest water sign. Pisces is the air sign of the water signs. Because Pisces is the flotation device of the water. It's what saves us. It's this direct connection to heaven, and it's this ability to be like, I have my feelings, and I can see the big picture, and I can see where we're going. And they are so deep and so feeling, and so compassionate. Like it feels like a full body experience. And so what is Jesus bringing to those of you that have Chiron and Pisces is this ability to experience your emotions in a way that helps other people connect to you, and in a way that helps you connect to others. I really love that. Like healing your public, healing your public image, healing your public emotions, and allowing that to be seen in a way that feels balanced for you and for others as well. And when you do that, you can have so many incredible connections with other people. You have incredible connections in business. You have this very intuitive connection with other people. And how powerful is that to have an intuitive connection with other people, especially for those that have healing businesses, like for those that are healers. And when you are stepping into that full Pisces in the 10th house, and you like really are creating this healing, you are stepping into being an agent of healing for Jesus, which is incredible. Boom. I can't say any more. That's it. It doesn't get better than that. Being an agent for him, it doesn't get any better than that. Okay. That's it for the 10th house. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. We've got the 11th house and the 12th house left, which I'm really excited to cover, and a bunch of other exciting things coming up. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.